Happy Sunday. I hope you are doing well. Um, Today is Sunday, June 7th. The month is already rolling by. I hope you had a good week and weekend. It's been crazy around here. I'm working, trying to do my round of doctor's appointments and scans and all those things. I'll talk about that when it's appropriate. And kids are about to end school and their extracurricular activities. So it's stressful and crazy, all of them. But I'm just thankful today I was able to go outside and walk. It was my slowest walk in a long time because I've had something in my leg, in my thigh specifically. It's so painful, even walking. And so I'm just thankful that I went and walked at a normal pace. Um, a couple of videos ago, I shared with you some resources that helped me in the past or have helped me. And one of them was a 28 minutes worship and warfare prayer by Apostle Joshua Selman. I have had that on repeat because the prayer that it covers. It says you can measure the progress that you're making in life as a believer while you are serving the purposes of God, and that there are 6 areas where until you succeed, it cannot be said you are making progress. The first one was your prayer, that is a prayer life. And I mentioned how important that was for me, that regardless of whether God gives me answers or not, I want my relationship with Him to be my priority, His kingdom here on earth to be done. And he mentions that the second one is your belief system. He says your belief system is your official contribution to your failing in life or your succeeding in life, more than the work of your hands. I can tell you your belief system outpaces the work of your hands, and your first contribution to a great destiny is the superiority of your belief system, and how true that is. You know, when I was in the beginning of my marriage, and then I had a conversation with a high school mate and friend that completely changed the trajectory of my life. We spoke in detail, but there was one thing she talked about: the power of the subconscious mind, and how your inner beliefs, how your subconscious mind thinks about you, can manifest outside of you. I mean, I had been told things in like different ways, but I got that. That's one of the things through this journey that I'm so thankful for, that I'll find something that I get it in my spirit, and then I work on myself. So she sent me down, like my mind went back to what are my belief systems? What do I believe about myself? And I realized that these beliefs started from when I was a kid. I had I had taken on all these things and put them on myself, decreasing my self-esteem. And there is one particularly that I remember so much. You know, as a kid in primary school, I did get sick a lot. So no surprise there. So I missed school quite often. I was a day student. And so I didn't really have like a best friend. No one was my best friend, and I wasn't anyone's best friend. I came to school, but I wasn't a loner as well. But I would just come to school, do my work, and go. And so a couple of siblings came into my class in class 3. They just moved around to the campus. Their parent was in education. And so we had either started the class, I don't know whether it was the beginning of the class, but they would mention names according to who was first, second, third. I really wish they didn't do that, but they did that a lot in my primary school. And so they mentioned my name as first in the class. And then I think either one of the siblings was sick then, and the other said, I can't remember. Sometimes they'll sit you in order of how um, you were doing in class, and they will give like the first left to the kid that is first. I did not like it at all, because anybody who enters, teachers know, people know. Um, but I never liked that spotlight. But so this time they mentioned again that I was first. And then one of these siblings walks up to me and he gives me some big word that he said I should spell. I was looking at him with shock, and then I was also listening to like that word, and I'm like, this guy's not serious. Then he mentioned another word, and I didn't respond as well. Then he said, "You're just book smart. You're not world smart." I'm how many years old, and I still remember this so much. How it made me feel. And then I did not report, and I didn't talk to anyone about it. Maybe if I did, they would have told me how bad he was at losing, to come and tear someone down. But I didn't, because I looked at the situation. I was like, okay, you're sick a lot of the times. You go from school to your house. The teachers know you maybe because you live close by, but that's it. You don't know the world outside. I accepted this word, that it didn't matter where God put me academically, wherever He put me. I just felt that everybody else knew more than me. Everybody. I did it all through school. I can't remember ever telling myself, people told me a lot, you're a smart kid, no, but never have I told myself you are a smart kid. And I can remember to that point and how it followed me all my life, that I would always think I was not a smart kid or amongst the smart kids because somehow I am weak. And I found that a lot of the things that have affected my esteem were things that people said that maybe didn't even mean toward me, that had made me think of myself so little. And so you see that when in one of the videos, when I was asking God to find me a job, I said that, and if you find me the job, I will believe that I belong. That's where it comes from. Since then, I have been working hard to get rid of those belief systems. But because, I will get sick, sometimes I forget to work on it. And if you forget, you find yourself back in it again. I now know, like there was one time my whole walk, I recalled all the places that God had put me. And all that I would make people know that this is a smart kid. And so I have to remind myself that I am smart. Always. I took my son to one of my appointments. He was talking to this nutritionist, and she said, "Hey," I said, "I hope you're doing well in class." He said, "Yeah." She said, "Are you getting all A's?" He says, "Yeah." Are you smart? He said, "Yeah." Like, would you say you are genius smart or something like that? This boy said, "Yeah." I looked at him and I was like, humility. But a part of me was like, I'm not going to tell him I will teach him about humility for sure, but I'm not going to tell him don't say that you are smart and then let others know. I honestly don't know what it is that somebody may have told you, said in person, that you took as your truth. It's not too late. I don't want to think about what my trajectory of life is. It's everything that I've gone through that has brought me here. And so if you have anything like that, I hope that you listen and pray along with the prayer. It is work in progress, but we would make it. So I really hope that today or in the past few days you'll be able to show up for yourself. But it's not too late. God is not done with you yet. He's not done with us yet. Have a wonderful week.